Hi everybody, welcome back to the Retro Ghetto, and I am delighted to say for the first time I am here at Kenny's, a game shop I've never been to. I've heard so many good things about this place. I've seen so many good things about this place. Let's go and take a look, see if it lives up to the hype. Retro Ghetto. This shop is awesome. I don't know how it's taken me this long to get here. It's like, I can't remember going to a shop where I've seen this much stuff that you don't see. You know, like rare stuff, expensive stuff, valuable stuff. It's really nice to see this much stuff that, like I say, you just don't see. But it's dangerous for the wallet. So yes, I finally made it to Kenny's up in Dinnington, Sheffield. I went with fellow friends, game hunters and ghetto gang members, Kirk and Dave. We'll be seeing more of Kirk and Dave on Sunday's vlog because this was just one stop of many. We went out for a full day of game hunting and we all found some fantastic pieces. But for me, this was very much the highlight because, like I say, somehow I'd never been before and it was well worth the wait. I was genuinely blown away by Kenny's and some of the stock that they had. Yeah, there's loads more footage to come from the shop, but I want to show a couple of pickups. Now, you'll have just seen me looking at the Nintendo Wii section. Now, originally, I picked up a Nintendo Wii game which I'd had my eye on for quite some time, and that is Deadly Creatures. It's an action game, but you play as a scorpion and a tarantula, and you engage in brutal battles against other insects, arachnids, reptiles, rodents, etc. But sadly, that copy that I picked up in the store was NTSC. So yeah, it's not the hardest game to find in PAL. It is available at CEX, so I'm going to grab that further down the line. But they did have another Wii game, which is just one that's intrigued me for many, many years, and it was just finally time to pick it up. It's only cheap. This cost me like £3, and that is Cursed Mountain. This is a 2009 European exclusive action-adventure survival horror game. The story follows Eric Simmons as he treks up said mountain to rescue his brother Frank, who unleashed hostile ghosts and monsters onto the surrounding lands. And for me, it's just one of them games where it just, I don't know, like, it's always appealed to me. I think that kind of whole survival horror on the Wii thing intrigues me, but also the fact that it's a mountain, and I envisage that you have to kind of sort of further up this mountain, and I don't know, I always like games like that, you know, when you've got like a very visceral mountain peak, right, literally, to try and get to. So I imagine that you will ascend up the mountain and encounter various different enemies on the way. And yeah, I don't know, it's just one of the things that really pulled me in. It actually got quite a lot of decent reviews. Nintendo World Report, Nintendo Life, Official Nintendo Magazine all gave the game 8 out of 10. It was largely praised for its story and its sort of like eerie sense of feeling that it gives you, and unsurprisingly it was criticised for its use of motion controls, which, I mean, it's just part and parcel of the Wii at this point, right? But yeah, it's definitely one I'm going to put in and have a go on because I'm just intrigued by it. So yeah, Cursed Mountain was my first pickup. But yeah, let's get back to the fantastic Kenny's and take a look at some of the other stuff on the shelves. What is this? I've never seen this in my life. The price would indicate this twin pack.
Alright.
I mean, I wasn't expecting 60 quid, but I guess because I've never seen it before.
It's got a steelbook as well.
Sealed.
Nice.
I've seen that steelbook before. Now I can see the origins of it. Oh, pardon the pun. So unsurprisingly, my next few pickups are all of the cardboard variety. I think at this point I could call myself a cardboard fetishist. That's a t-shirt waiting to happen, right? This game is actually a PlayStation 2 game, this next pickup. I'm currently going for all the steelbooks, sleeve covers, big box things that are available on the PlayStation 2, and there's such like a rabbit hole to dive into. There's so many of these variants I didn't know existed on the PlayStation 2, a lot of which are uncommon. This one I've seen quite a few times, but never in this overall condition, and that is King of Fighters Maximum Impact. This is a 2005 fighting game developed by Noise Factory, and unlike the 2D games from the series which came before, this one offers one-on-one fighting as opposed to team matchups, which I actually prefer. I say many times, I prefer one-on-one fighting. I think I'm probably just old school like that. As you'll be seeing, this game does take on more of a 3D approach to its graphics, and it's got very similar gameplay to the Tekken and Bloody Raw series, with a focus on combos and the ability to juggle opponents mid-air. This one has 5 intense modes of gameplay, including story, team battle, survival, practice and training. And one of the key things that I think is really interesting about this one is the fact that it has mission modes. So you have to go into various different gameplay scenarios with certain parameters, and you have to beat said missions. Now once you do that, that's how you then get the unlocking ability on this game. That's how you unlock more characters, etc. I've said many times before, I think it's very much a lost art, right? In today's age of gaming, where everything is just get your credit card out and get some DLC. I love sitting there as a kid. Some of my best memories, man, are playing Tekken 3, completing the game with all the different characters, unlocking different game modes and different characters and different skins and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I just think it seems like a really interesting concept that you have to go through this sort of like mission procedure to unlock all the characters that are within this game. But let's be honest, right? I picked this up because of this cardboard. Now, the thing I will say straight away is the side art is a little bit yellowed, but it always is. That's why I picked it up, because every time I see this game on the shelves, anywhere, the side is for some reason always yellow. Now, as far as the yellowing goes, this one isn't too bad. But overall, the actual rest of the thing is in beautiful condition. So it tempted me to pick it up. And I got such a good deal today from Kenny's that this pretty much cost me nothing, because the price of this was pretty much knocked off my total. And if we go inside and delve a little bit deeper, the game itself actually has a DVD bonus disc which contains the making of, and I always love watching them things. You know, so often we get things in collector's editions, CDs, postcards,
all that kind of stuff, little dioramas and whatever else that, let's be honest, 99% of us never use. We just put them in the box and put them on the shelf. But the DVDs I really enjoy watching, so I always appreciate that. And not only that, this has got a fantastic, like, full, like, colour manual. But if you look, it's more than just a manual. It's got all of the characters and all of their movesets. Again, something that you can actually use. So we've got a collector's edition here with stuff that you would actually want to utilise. Beautiful artwork, all the instructions for each character's movesets laid out. Yeah, I can't tell you how happy I am to pick this copy of King of Fighters Maximum Impact up. Really happy with that one, but there's a lot more to come from Kenny's, and also we're going to take a look at the fantastic pickups from both Dave and Kirk. Let's go.
Got some really nice carts in here.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that... Yeah. I've been after this Five Goes West for ages, man. You just never see the...
No.
You never see the cardboard. Spawn, another one. I'd love some of these games, mate. But...
Is it 2 copies of Terra Nigma as well?
Yeah, I've got that one, thankfully, already.
Yeah.
Really nice. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I thought this was a really nice looking.
Oh,
shiny it is.
Wow, that's really cool.
Is that your kind of game?
It is. It's American, which is a negative. but it
You've
does
just
look
broke
really
your
cool.
seal on NTSC, though, aren't
I
you?
did, yeah,
It's
yeah.
a slippery slope, mate.
Yeah.
Luna pulled you in, and now you're an NTSC collector.
Yeah.
So it's like from the Harvest Moon series.
Yeah, but
I've never even heard of it.
that's you wouldn't if you. It's not, like I said, it's not very common, but I really like the Harvest Moon games.
I've noticed about you, Dave. You're an encyclopedia of random games.
If it's to do with like JRPGs and stuff, I know my stuff. But
On it.
Beyond that,
Do you need it? But do I want to spend 100 quid on Blues Brothers? I'd say uncommon. It's not rare. You can find it, but it's uncommon. That was brilliant. What did you guys think?
Yeah, really good. Really exciting store.
Yeah. I'm saying it's nice to go somewhere and you see stuff you don't always see.
Yeah, and a lot of it's on the shop floor to handle as well.
Yeah.
You can actually look at it.
That's very true, yeah.
common, actually.
I think. Okay, pickups time, Kirk. What you got, mate? Oh, you picked it up in the end.
I did.
You got a good deal, didn't you? Your negotiating skills are legendary, I've got to
Yeah.
say. I think you did well.
Pretend you don't hear the price. you
Yeah,
say the one you
Kirk's
thought
got
you
this
heard.
thing where, how much is this?
Yeah.
60. 50?
Yeah. Well, he did do it for 50 in the end. So
That was brilliant. That was a really good
So
deal.
it
I mean, to
worked.
get 15 quid off
yeah.
one thing as well, that's,
impressive.
yeah, fair play to
I
them.
regret going first now, and not seeing the.
Yeah,
the
you should have held fire. You spent the most as well, didn't you?
That's why we sent you in, mate. So get the cash in the till.
Yeah. What you got, mate?
Right, so for me,
Big hitter Dave, as you now know.
harvest fishing.
Yeah, we
Bit
saw.
random.
Yeah.
But I like my Harvest Moon games, and I thought I'll take the plunge on this.
I just love learning about games I didn't know about, so appreciate you putting it on my radar.
RPG, tactical RPG, La Pucelle Tactics.
I'm glad you said it. One more time.
La Pucelle Tactics.
Nice.
I think it's.
Ah, oui, oui.
Tales of Legendia, for it's an NTSC one.
Ah,
But-
the guy that doesn't collect NTSC, you've
I've
entered
opened
into that
the
slippery.
floodgates, yeah. I did get something, Nintendo cardboard, a bit of Might and Magic.
Nice. That's one I still need.
Pulled the plug on it.
Yeah.
And for any guidebook collectors, we've got Shadow Hearts Covenant
Yeah.
and Legend of Dragoon,
Oh, nice.
which is
That's a Prima one as well.
yeah.
Do you collect strategy guides?
I do. I've started collecting them a couple of months ago.
I think he collects everything, doesn't he,
Yeah.
Kurt, to be honest?
He
I think
does.
that's what we're learning, aren't we?
RPG related. I'd like to get guidebooks for.
Is that everything?
That's all. Yeah. That's
Solid
all.
pickups, gentlemen, and a good shot.
Very good shot.
Really good shot.
Really great range of stuff.
Right, should we go and get some food?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, let's go.
Retro Ghetto.
Some fantastic pickups there, and I've got to give a shout out to both Kirk and Dave that made this day. You'll be seeing a lot more of them, as I say, on Sunday's vlog. We got some great pickups from Doorway to Darkness, the CXs, and a lot of other things in the surrounding areas. And yeah, I'm looking forward to going through that footage and showing you that on Sunday's vlog. But I had to pick up some Super Nintendo cardboard, right? You guys have seen they had a real extensive SNES collection. Probably the most SNES games, high-end SNES games, and high-end carts, loads of carts that I've seen in a shop for many, many years. I mean, wherever you go nowadays, you just don't see it. And me and the guys were saying that what we really loved about the shop was the accessibility. Everything was open. It wasn't like these places where everything's locked and you have to go and ask for keys and all that kind of thing. You could open every cabinet, take it out, have a look, and whilst I do understand why other shops have to do that, dependent on the area and some of their previous interaction, shall we say, with certain less desirable people that have been in the shop. For me, it was great to just be able to go in, pick everything up, have a good look at it, especially when we're talking about expensive Nintendo cardboard. But I picked up a game that I've been after for a long, long time. Obviously, with me going for the full Super Nintendo set, it's getting harder to find games that I need. But this is one of them games that isn't overly uncommon. It is just expensive, and I've just never quite pulled the trigger until today. There was a copy of this game for more money in the shop, but this is where it came into play, not being a mint collector. I was able to buy this cheaper version, and that is Shadowrun. So this is a 1993 Beam Software developed cyberpunk fantasy action RPG, adapted originally from the tabletop role-playing game where you would have sat down and played with a piece of paper and a pen. It's actually set in the year 2050, and the player is given control of the protagonist Jake. And it's a very different RPG for the Super Nintendo. It's not like other traditional Super Nintendo RPGs at all. It's one of them games that you can very much play at your own pace. You sort of like go out, and I think it can be a little bit difficult to get to grips with it initially because it doesn't hold your hand in any way, shape or form. I think the best thing to do is probably to watch a little bit of gameplay footage before you jump into it, just so you can get a grips to how this game works. But it's one of them games that's got a massive cult following, and I think once you get into it, there's a real sort of like in-depth game here. You sort of like can go around like this open sandbox area, you can talk to various different people, and through conversating with different people you can unlock different phrases and sayings which you can then use to talk to more people and have more in-depth conversations, and the storyline will gradually open up. There's also a bit of combat involved with this. One thing which puts me off a little bit is the fact that it's like a cursor. So yeah, I don't know how that would play without utilising a mouse. But as I say, one that's got a massive cult following, and the artwork is absolutely sublime, right? The NTSC version of this is so drab in comparison. But yeah, here in the PAL territories, we've got that amazing artwork on the front. And like I say, this was listed at £90 because it says condition poor. Listen, it might be poor in some people's eyes, but to me, it ain't all that bad, especially when you put a box protector on it. And the key thing for me is that this is complete, and the manual and game are both in nice condition. I was sort of in the shop eyeing up the nicer copy and eyeing up this one, and I went on eBay and I looked at Shadowrun, and on the sold listing, somebody had bought manual only for £60. So once I saw that the manual was going for £60, I knew this was a no-brainer. With manual at CEX, this is £140. So yeah, to get this for less than £90, because as I say, we got a nice bundle deal with everything. Very, very happy to be ticking off what is, you know, a relatively heavy hitter on the Super Nintendo, adding it to the collection, and I think we need to do a recount soon because, yeah, we've added quite a few games since we were halfway. So I'm going to say at this point, I don't know, how many would I be away? I'm going to guesstimate I'm about 250-ish away from the full PAL set now. So yeah, we're definitely sort of like getting through. I'm always surprised by how much Nintendo cardboard I'm able to pick up. But like I always say, I sort of just grab it as and when I find it. When I see these games in the right condition at the right price, then yeah, that's when I pick them up. But I have got some big developing news with the Super Nintendo. There's something very big coming to this games room. Very big indeed. I'm very excited to get my hands on it. But that's going to be coming on a future video, so keep it locked to that. But yeah, really good pickups, really good day. As I say, we will be looking at more of the day on Sunday's vlog. And I want to give a shout out to the guys that helped make this a great day. And also Kenny's, massive shout out to the staff member Chris. He hooked me up, and can't recommend Kenny's enough. If you're ever in the Sheffield area, make sure you go and check them out. If anything, I'm just surprised it took me that long to go. Let me know in the comment section if you've been to Kenny's, what you think of it, and what you saw in today's video that you would have picked up had you been there. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Play your games, keep it retro. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Right, next stop, excuse me. I'm eating homemade coffee-infused shortbread by Mrs. RG.
Yeah.
Lock into the retro ghetto. Come and have a look around the ghetto. We got Sonic and Staples settle. Lock into the retro ghetto.
Let's go! So I am armed with Cup of Yorkshire, got King of Fighters Maximum Impact on the PS2 TV, Let's have a little play, shall we? Let's see how we get on. Okay, let's jump into story mode. And for me, has to be Terry Bogard. I'm armed with the move sets.
Thank you for your participation in the battle tournament,
Hey, you're
sponsored
welcome.
by Mephistopheles. Wait, Metatron's not the sponsor?
Yeah, I ain't interested in the story. Let's just get into it.
This one looks like a pro. Round one,
Alright, let's have a look what moves we can do. That's nice. Oh, trying to do my special move here, mate. Yes. Oh, have it. Yes. I've one more sleep, Leona. Hey, come on now. Oof! You walked right into it. Who's next? Oh, the hat's off. It's a bit more like it. That isn't. Rocket man. Honestly. Yes. Have that. Jordi Alba. Couple more way down. Oh! What now, mate? Oh yeah, you don't know what to do now. I've learned how to block, do you? You don't like that one, do you, mate? Yeah, you don't like that one? Ha ha! You don't like that one? Oh dear. Boom! Oh, not no. Come on, don't let. Don't be taunting me, I ain't that good. Ah. Oh. Come on. Well, it was a good run. Well, I've got to say, I really enjoyed that. I'll definitely be playing again. Get to grips with the buttons a little bit more, I think. But yeah, I think graphically, really, really impressive. It's not far off PlayStation 3 graphics. I've probably played worse PlayStation 3 games than that. So yeah, man, highly recommend King of Fighters Maximum Impact. I think the standard version of the game is like 12 quid at CEX. So if you're into fighters, yeah, highly recommend picking that one up. But yeah, man, hope you enjoyed that bit of gameplay. Appreciate you all watching. In a bit.